What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the stream. What we're doing today is I am a professional Universes player, and I am attempting to jump into Riftbound, the League of Legends trading card game, the TCG. Love it. What this is I have had a minimum amount of experience with Riftbound. I went to Gen Con, I did the demo, I did the little meet and greet, met some of the big wigs there, and I am wanting to go through, and I want to look at every single Riftbound card in a series of videos, and I want to talk about them and see how I like them. Do I think they look cool? Do I think they look bad? Are they useful? Are they funny? So on and so forth. And so we're going to take my Universes eye and we're going to apply it to Riftbound, knowing that I'm a Universes player. I don't really play creature-based card games. So we'll see how it goes. Order of operations here is I'm going to talk about all of the legends, which this will make sense here in a second, and the characters that get applied to the legends, and the signature spells, and then we're gonna go through color by color, and see what's up with that. So without further ado, okay, we'll move on to Weiju Bladesman, Master Yi's legend. He's got green, orange. While a friendly unit defends alone, it gets +2 might. So, full disclosure, I did actually get the chance at Gen Con to play a fully powered Master Yi deck, and it was very cool. It was very cool to watch and see how this moved. It did not play with Master Yi Meditative, which says while you have 8 runes, I've got 4 power. So a 5-drop, green recycle, or green, 5, hold on, what was it? 5 energy, green power, 4 might. That becomes 8 might if you've got 8 runes, which is cool. 5-drop that gives 8 is pretty okay, especially when you defend alone and it's now a 10. So a 5-drop that is for 10 feels incredible. And then the one that it did play with was Master Yi Honed, which is 7 orange recycle, 6 might, ganking, which means normally in the game you can either move from your battlefield, or from your base to a battlefield, or from a battlefield to your base. You cannot move from battlefield to battlefield. This ganking ability lets you move from battlefield to battlefield, which is very potent in cleaning up battlefields and scoring points. As well as it enters ready, which means that you can play it instantly, or you can move him instantly, so you can go conquer a battlefield right away. I liked this character when I played it. I think the big thing about it is I don't know how much protection is going to exist when it comes to Master Yi, but the fact that he does get the like +2, he's a bit of a noob stomper because math is hard, and like keeping track of how much power do you actually have while attacking and then while defending can certainly mess some people up. Let's look at his signature spell, which is Highlander. It is a 4-cost reaction, so you can play it whenever you want on your turn, and then you can play it whenever you want in between things, so like before spells and abilities resolve. Choose a friendly unit. The next time it dies this turn, recall it exhausted instead. And so I was just saying that like I don't know how much interaction or protection we're gonna have to keep my 1 unit alive as I defend alone. Highlander says that if you have an answer to my thing, I will get to just pull it back into my base. So I don't actually lose the idea is you trade a resource out of your hand instead of picking a thing on my board. It's trading a resource out of your hand for a resource out of my hand. Next we've got Ari. I believe that's how you say it. Chat will correct me. She's a green blue. 9-tailed fox is the legend. When an enemy unit attacks a battlefield you control, so a thing you already have a unit at, give it -1 power this turn to a minimum of 1. So not very good against the recruits that just like are things that have 1 power, but very good against basically everything else. Especially when you attack with more than one thing. It doesn't say when it attacks alone or whatever. So if I've got 5 guys and I come and I attack the base, all 5 of them lose that -1, which is very good. Probably not very good in the decks that are looking for like singular solitary. This one guy's really big. Let me go capture the base. But if you're looking like a bunch of little dudes that aren't 1-drops, it's probably good. I keep adding caveats to how Night-Tailed Fox works. It's probably not a very good card. We've got Ari Alluring. 5 energy, green recycle, 4 might. When I hold, you score 1 point, period. There's no caveat of if you are allowed to not win the game with it. So I think, like, if you just hold, you can hold and win at 6, right? Because you go to 7, go to 8. Pretty good. If you can figure out how to just like sit Ari Alluring on a base and just chill, just relax, be cool, I bet this racks up points pretty quickly to have a pretty fast, aggressive game. As well as if you're attacking Ari, like it's a 4, but you need a 5 to trade, and so it seems kind of good. It seems decent enough. It depends on how much green blue has protection to keep this unit alive. And then we got Ari Inquisitive, 3 energy, blue recycle, 3 power or 3 might. When I attack or defend, give an enemy unit here -2 this turn to a minimum of 1. Man, that minimum of 1 is really killing this character, I think. It's probably so they don't have to deal with like what happens if you have 0 might. Like, does your dude die? And like making math a little easier, harder, whatever. Like just killing the unit for free seems kind of lame. But man, I almost wish that it would make up for that on the back end and be like, maybe this should be -3 instead of -2, right? I don't know, but it's a 3-drop. I don't know. The to a minimum of 1 is really bumming me out, just because like I know there are other characters that just like spawn 1 might units for free. It is -3. I guess it is -3 if you are Ari, right? So I guess it is -3 to a minimum of 1. I'm just like so bummed that like my 3 recruits will just trade with you. Like I'll have 3 recruits and we'll be like, hey, you know, handshake, even trade. And that bums me out as somebody that like I like the idea of holding and scoring at the base and like getting the bonus of like defending your turf. That sounds dope to me. That sounds cool. Let's look at her signature spell, which is Fox Fire. 3 energy, hidden. So you can, instead of paying the 3 energy, you can just recycle a rune and hide it at a base that you control. And then you can flip it up and play it on a showdown afterwards. It says kill any number of units at a battlefield with total might 4 or less. This is dope. This combined with Ari says that you have to have an 8 with a total might of 4 or less. So it kills up to kill any number of units at a battlefield with total might 4 or less. Does that mean that you shoot whatever you want for 4? Or if it has 4 or less might, you just kill it? That can't be it. It just shoots for 4. And you can split it up how you want. Kill any number of units at a battlefield with total might 4 or less. Chat, help me out. You pick up to 4. Okay. Less good. I thought it was a weenie wipe. I thought it was if you've got a thing that's 4 or anything 4 or less, just got wiped out by Foxfire for free. And I was very nervous. Pick units totaling 4 might if opponent has no reactions to muck with it. Yeah, okay. Less good than I thought. But what I was thinking was probably unfair. What I was thinking was unfair. And And so probably where it's at. But I mean, this does actively stop the thing that I was like, hey, this is a big deal. This is how you stop it. I mean, this kills 4 recruits. This stops the thing that I wanted for us to stop happening, right? You play the 4 recruits, I kill those, and then my legend and my inquisitive Ari take care of the rest. Dope. Up next, we've got Lee Sin, the Blind Monk. You pay 1 and exhaust him. Buff a friendly unit. Buffing is, if it doesn't have a buff, it gets +1 might buff. So it's like a +1/+1 counter from universes. Or from magic, excuse me. Gets a +1/+1 counter from magic. Neat. Constantly making your guys a wee bit better. Seems kind of pretty good. Let's look at his units. 5 energy, green recycle, 5 might. Shield 1, so while he's defending, he's got +1. And then exhaust buff me. Interesting. I wonder how much lose a buff, do a thing is going to matter. Like lose a buff, get a cool payoff is going to happen. Because if I can blind monk, give him the buff, move him or whatever, and then you don't gotta lose them for that one though. Oh, it just says tap buff me. I get a +1 buff. Whoa. Why does it use that verbiage? Oh, I can have any number of buffs. Reading the rest. You ready? I thought that was part of the of the flavor text. Let us see whose spirit is stronger. Okay. Interesting. So I really like this guy of I will blind monk, make him a 6, go capture a thing on my turn, I'll ready and hold, and then just buff him again. It gives him something to do on your turn. Just make him a little better, and just slowly scale him up. Okay. I can see it. I can see the vision. And then we've got Lee Sin centered. 6 energy, 6 might, accelerate, so you can pay a little extra, have him enter ready, so we can go conquer some stuff. Other buffed friendly units at my battlefield have +2. So, if I got a bunch of weenies that all get buffed off of Blind Monk, now the buff is not +1, it's now +3, as Lee goes in and does it. I don't believe this applies to his own ability, his own buff, though. So if he is buffed, it says other buff friendly units in my battlefield have +2. So he is not a 6 energy, 9 might creature while playing cards. So he would just be 7, not the 9, which is fine. I like the idea of Lee Sin just sitting and gaining a bunch of buff counters. That sounds cool. My question, though, is for Blind Monk, it does say buff a friendly unit. If it doesn't have a buff, it gets a +1 buff. Does the Lee Sin, the green Lee Sin, because I cannot pronounce that bottom word, am I still allowed to use Blind Monk to target this Lee Sin to give a buff? Because it says I can have any number of buffs? Yes. Because the unit Lee Sin, green Lee Sin, says that I can, even though Blind Monk says if it doesn't have it. Interesting. So I guess with this Lee Sin, with this Lee Sin, green Lee Sin, you can just, I know Nero said you can just bank them. That seems like it would go kind of buck wild. This is a 5-drop 7 kind of off the bat while he's just chilling at your base. If you can figure out how to get him in, how to get him readied. You may still always target cards to buff even if they have one already. Ah, interesting. I've heard someone that got it to 25. That's crazy. That's a lot. His signature spell is Dragon's Rage. It is a 4 energy. Recycle one of your choice. Move an enemy unit, period. Which is very cool because green Lee Sin exhaust to do the thing. So he gets to just move and like use his ability, which is the thing that I was nervous about. I was trying to figure out how to re-ready him. We don't have to. We don't got to bother. We just move it. Then choose another enemy unit at its destination. They deal damage equal to its might to each other. That's so funny. That's so funny. Oh, wait, no. This is move an enemy unit. Hold on. Move an enemy unit. So I can move you from your base to a battlefield, then choose another enemy unit at its destination. They fight. So you make 2 of their dudes crash into each other? That's rude. That's rude. That's really, really rude. Yeah, you kick their guy into their other dude. It's so fun. That seems really sick. Just have, this is a 2-for-1. Like, that's just what this is. You get 2 guys that are equal might to each other, and they just kill each other. It also lets you like interact with. It also lets you interact with the units that just want to sit at base and do nothing. You can just move one of them up and then kill it with Dragon's Rage, which I think is a big deal. I think interacting with the base is probably hard. Second power cost to dodge, defy, might have actually made this better. Oh, you're talking about more cards. We'll get there. This is a very cool way to take out 2-for-1. This is neat. All right, I'm in. Yasuo, Unforgiven. This was the guy that I really liked playing in the demo. Is green purple. It says pay 2, exhaust this legend, move a friendly unit to or from your base. He's a cool ninja guy. He's moving all over the place. We've got the Remorseful Yasuo, which is a 6 energy, 2 green recycle, 6 might. Says when I attack, deal damage equal to my might to an enemy unit here. So when you come in, you shoot something for 6, and then whatever's left, you then fight for 6. It's cool. I really like the shoulder armor. I think that's neat. He's really hot. He's got it all. A little too much hair for me personally, but he's fun. Is a leaf's only purpose to fall? I guess it also gives shade. And I don't know, it eats sunlight. There's a couple purposes. And then we've got Yasuo Windrider. He's 5 energy, purple recycle, 4 might. He's got ganking, so he can move from battlefield to battlefield, which feels pretty good. The 3rd time I move in a turn, you score 1 point, period. So I understand the first way to move him. You move him with his own ability, whether it be ganking or otherwise. The second time we move him with Unforgiven, I get that. Move him to or from our base. My question is there has to be now a 3rd card involved to move him a 3rd time to then score your point. Which seems a little difficult for our 5-drop. Other cards, I say correct. Yeah. I'm sure it's gonna be other cards. But I guess like getting an eighth of a win, as well as when you move, you score points. So like, I don't know. It seems like a lot of squeeze for probably not a lot of juice. Is the only thing that I'm nervous about. We'll keep looking. Last Breath. It is a 3-drop recycle 2. Actions, play on your turn or in showdowns. Ready a friendly unit. It deals damage equal to its might to an enemy unit at a battlefield. So it's essentially just Remorseful Yasuo's ability. Is I re-ready him, and then I shoot somebody for 6. And then because Yasuo is now ready, I can then move Yasuo, shoot another person for 6, and then fight for 6. Showdown for 6. It seems like paying my all of my runes, most of my runes, 9 runes, and recycling a ton to just like shoot 18 damage across my opponent. That seems pretty good, especially for taking out like really important things. But it doesn't affect things at bases, which I think is a big deal. It does only affect the battlefield. I will say though, this art looks sick. This art is sick. I want this art for thumbnails. Barrett, get on that for me. Up next, we've got Leona, Radiant Dawn, green, yellow. When you stun one or more enemy units, buff a friendly unit. If it doesn't have a buff, it gets +1 buff. What does stun mean? What does stun mean? No reminder text. We'll get through it. All right, we got Leona Zealot, 6-drop, green recycle, 6 might. A little tough. Stun equals deals no combat damage this turn. Whoa. Oh, it doesn't deal combat damage this turn. You're right. It's right here. Got me there. Let's look at Zealot first, though. If an opponent's score is 3 within the victory score, I enter ready. Huge comeback mechanic. That's really dope. Hey, I'm trying to go in. And then stunned enemy units here have -8 might to a minimum of 1. Excuse me? Excuse me? Ari wishes? And that's not dependent on me if they're beating my ass. Wait, this isn't even like a if they're it's not even like if they're 3 more than me. It's just if they're close. So I could be at 7 and you could be at 5 and I get my ability. That seems really good. Let's look at it determined. 4-drop, yellow recycle, 4 might. Shield, so while you're defending, you get +1 might. When I attack, stun an enemy unit here, period. It doesn't deal combat damage this turn. You just take one guy out of commission. Interesting. 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 I think I need to see... I think I need to see how important stun works. I need to know if stun is actually, like, it doesn't deal combat damage here, so, like, I get just, like, a free attack on you. Which is essentially, like, what Yasuo was doing, but it doesn't, like, do the 6 and then, like, an extra 6 on top. It's just, I hit you, but you don't hit me. Which means, like, when the dust settles, what happens if we're both still alive? So if Leona attacks and stuns the defender, but it has more might than her, she goes back to base, rested, and you didn't get anything done. The defender wins. Ah. But you looked good doing it, which is what matters. I will say that there is like an interesting idea where it doesn't deal combat damage this turn. So it's like there's almost like a world where you could like stun a thing, lose the fight, pull it back, and then move a different unit up to like go for the kill or like go for the trade, right? And like that other unit, like normally like if we were both 6 power or whatever, right? But yellow Leona is only on attack. Well, it doesn't deal combat damage this turn. And so it's stunned for the whole turn, no? What I'm saying is if I've got a 7 power dude there, right? And I determined to move it up, I stun that unit so it doesn't hit me. I only get to 6 because I get the buff from Radiant Dawn. Or I get to 5. So it's not there. We fail the conquest. I go back. And I've got a 6 power dude sitting at base. And I move it. And then we trade. But you don't hit me for 7. I hit you for 7. I win. I conquered the base. It's cool edge cases. Cool edge cases. When's that going to happen? I don't know. But maybe. Maybe. All right, move on. To her signature spell, which is Zenith Blade. You should have just moved the other guy with her. Yeah, you're totally right. You're totally right. What if I wanted her back at base? Sorry. 3 cost, 3 energy, recycle 2, action play on your turn or in showdowns, stun an enemy unit at a battlefield. You may move a friendly unit to that enemy's unit's battlefield. So this is pay 3. Your guy can't hit me, but I hit you. That seems really good. When you stun one of our enemies, buff a friendly unit. Because you also get the buff off of Radiant Dawn, which seems very strong. And you get to move a thing? I think the move a thing seems kind of crazy. The fact that you're allowed to move exhausted units is, like, very good. It's, like, very, very good. Let's talk about the green cards. Exciting. We've got Zephyr's Sage. 6 recycle a green, 6 might. Shield. So while defending, it's a 7. It's fine. I think it's not very good. I guess, like... I guess it's fine. That's fine. It's 6 for 7. Nah, it's probably bad. It's not worth it. I think this cost is too high. Like maybe. Charm is crazy, right? Whoa, this card's dumb. 1 recycle run, move an enemy unit that is to or from a base. So if I got a dude at my base, I'll just like crash your dude into my dude. That seems silly. There's no harm in looking. Common last words. Incredible. Great. Incredible quote. This one's broken, I think. Just because of how movement works. This card makes me want to play green. This one makes me want to play green for sure. If I got a guy... Or I'll just move your guy back. Hey, I don't want you to have this base anymore. You move it back and then I'll move it. Whew. Clockwork Keeper. 2 energy, 2 might. As you play me, you may pay an extra. If you do, draw a card. So recycle 1, draw 1. Seems dope. Depends on how... I don't know how quickly green can ramp. But like, recycle 1, draw a card seems good for the 2-drop. Seems great. Seems totally chill. Seems really good going second, actually. Because, like, you got the 3 to work with until, like, you, like, go back to normal curve with your Clockwork Keeper. And if we have a green recycle rock, this is free, right? I pay the 2, I tap the recycle rock, and then I'm good. We'll have to see if we have one of those. Defy. 1 and a green. Reaction, play anytime even before spells and ability drops. Counter a spell that costs no more than 4 and no more than recycle 1. The quote on it is just no. No. This is a card. This is a reason to play green. We've figured it out. Hey, this is it. This is why you play green. Seems pretty good. Did you want to do a thing? No. And it is counter a spell rather than like a unit, right? So it's not like a full-on counter spell, because it would be like counter an instant or counter a sorcery or whatever. Like, you can't counter creatures, can't counter units with this card. But as we have looked at a lot of cards so far, the spells are kind of crazy. So the fact that, like, we have access to a counter spell here, counter spell, is very good. I'm in on green. Green's dope. On God. It's a 1-drop. Reaction, so you can play it whenever you want. Give a friendly unit +1 this turn. Then an additional +1 this turn if it's the only unit you control there. So pay 1 for +2. Kind of cool. And it works when you're attacking or defending. Interesting. Interesting. So if I got a lone guy here. This seems really good in the Ari deck, right? I got the Ari that like is feeling kind of good, and then like you try to come over top, and I'm like, no, just kidding. Not only does your guy have -3 down to 1, but I have +2. So like I'm just messing all with your math. That seems really cool. And Master Yi, yeah, total Master Yi energy, right? Gets extra if I'm attacking or defending alone. Is there anyone in green that cycles spells yet? Not that we've seen so far. I dig this card. Man, I'm seeing all these green spells, and I'm like, yes, 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 yes. I'm so in. Find your center. This is Lee Sen, I believe is the name. 3 energy. If an opponent scores within 3 of the victory score, this costs 2 less, so it's a 1. It says draw 1, channel 1 rune exhausted. So 1 to channel 1, draw 1. So if they're at 5 victory points, I get to draw a bonus card and grab an extra rune. I dig this card because of how much we've seen. There's a lot of green recycling that I have seen. And so like I feel like it's going to be pretty easy to get behind rune wise in green. And so like this just like letting us grab the extra is pretty good. I'm in. I'm into it, but like having this cost 3 draw 1 channel 1 seems not very great. But if it costs 1, it also means that they're winning, so it's tough. Meditation. As additional cost to play this, you may exhaust a friendly unit if you do draw 2, otherwise draw 1. Love this. This card's dope. Pay 2, exhaust a friendly unit, draw 2, and then there's things inside of green that move things. So I'll exhaust it to then draw the 2 and then just move. Whoa. 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 That's cool. That's cool. Again, I want to draw cards in this game pretty badly. And so I'm down to like exhaust a weenie and then just draw 2. That seems sick. And it also, you ready? You can exhaust a friendly unit. It doesn't say at your base. So if I'm just like sitting on a battlefield, I can just exhaust somebody who's doing their job and is on the watch, right? Like they're sitting at the battlefield, keeping it contested. Seems good. Playful Phantom. It's a 5/5 vanilla. I guess. They're meditating, if you will. Yeah. 5/5 vanilla. Well, that was cool. Rune Prison. 2 and a green. Action. Stun a unit. Period. Stun a unit. Is it Leona? That wasn't her name. Was it Leona? She was green yellow, correct? So when I stun a thing, I buff a thing. So this is 2 recycle Leona. Oh, okay. Stun seemed good, but I didn't see a lot of it. I just think stun seems really good. Yeah, stun a thing, get a buff. I can play it in showdowns. Seems kind of good. Solori Shield Bearer. 3/2. When you play me, stun a unit. So stun a unit, grab a buff for a guy. So this could be a 3/3 that says that one doesn't work. I mean, a 3 difficulty. I mean, it's really hard for me to evaluate the stun cards, just because like how good is not getting hit? Like it seems really good, but if you can't capitalize it on that turn, it seems kind of bad. Like if I've got the if the only unit in my hand is this shield bearer, like do I wait and like not? Do I not play him? Do I play him? Like what am I supposed to do here? I don't know. Stalwart Poro. 2/2 shield when defending. Very cute art. It's fine. These Poros seem more like draft chaff than an actual deck. Unless there's like something that says my Poros are whatever. Which I know there's a character, Braum, I remember from Runeterra, that plays with Poros. Like, I would not be surprised if, like, set 2, set 3 Braum has, like, you can play any number of Poros in your deck as long as, any colored Poros in your deck or whatever. I would not be surprised to have that static on his legend or whatnot. Stand United. 3 energy. Hidden, so you can hide it for recycling 1. Buff a friendly unit, period. Buffs give an additional +1 to friendly units this turn. Whoa. That's really cool. So my buff becomes +2 for this. So there's like a react on-demand flip for +2. Seems really, really solid. Seems really, really solid. Very similar to the On Guard that we saw. But, like, you'll know it's there because of how it's hidden. You like, you hide it, and you're like, you better not. Stand United's coming. Unless, of course, you have other hidden cards. Interesting. And it keeps the buff, right? Like, instead of the On Guard is now +1/+1 for that combat, you keep the buff. So you'll stay +1, you just don't get the extra for the turn. Okay. Okay. Cool. The fact that it is the same but different, like, helps me with the edge cases of, like, when do I like Stand United or not. I'm in. Double checking. Yeah. Sunlit Guardian. 3/3 while defending. It's got tank, so it takes combat damage first. I really like tank units. I think tank units are cool because of the protection that they provide, obviously. Because, like, this is going to soak up 4 before you can... If I have 6... the math tanks make math wonky, and I'm down. I'm not gonna explain math, but like they make it wonky, and I think that's cool. I'm in for some tank units. I'm down. Wielder of Water. It is a 3/2. While I'm attacking or defending alone, I have +2. So very good at holding a singular base by themselves. Very good at assaulting a base by themselves. Not very good at working together. Mom didn't raise them right. Also, their face is a little too human for my liking for being such a fish person. Their facial features are like a little too Chad-like for my liking. if we're gonna be honest. Now that symbol is cycle any color, right? Yes, that is cycle any color. Adaptatron. Very funny. 4 energy, 3 might. When I conquer, you may kill a gear. If you do, buff me. Interesting. So a 4-drop. If I conquer, I kill your gear. Because it says kill a gear. It doesn't say gear you control. Make me a 4/4. So when it works together with a team, when it's on the squad and I conquer, I get to shoot your gear. Probably not in the main board. Probably a pretty decent sideboard for green. Because I think gear is going to be good. I think gear you have to mess with. Block. 2, but it has a hidden cost. Give a unit shield 3 and tank this turn. Yo, that's dope. That's really cool. Is gear a creature type? No, it's a card type. It's like asset or artifact in Magic. Give a unit shield 3 and tank. So +3 on its defending, and it has to be assigned damage first. That's so cool. What a cool way to protect your guys. That's neat. That's really neat. That's dope. Discipline. As a reaction, give a unit +2 and draw 1. As a 2-drop, I'm in. 2-drop +2, draw 1 is very good. I'm here for it. Messes with a little bit of math. They come in and they attack me, and then I do the thing and then draw. Eclipse Herald. This one looks crazy. 7-drop, recycle 1, 7 might. When you stun an enemy unit, ready me and give me 1 might this turn. What a cool way to have a battle on 2 fronts. Right, I'm stunning things over here, and then this 8 might move just like sweeps in and comes in for a huge swing. Very cool. Very cool. The art's also dope. Mask of Foresight. Here is gear. It's a 2-drop. When a friendly unit attacks or defends alone, give it +1 this turn, period. It's just Master... What's his face? Master whatever. That says +2 if it attacks or defends alone. This is that, but extra. Half of it. Master Yi. Yes, thank you. Probably not worth it in Master Yi, because like the difference between +2 and +3 is probably really thin. But I guess like messing with math is like kind of cool. If you're not gonna have a ton of creatures or units in your deck, they're like making your units better seems okay. But I don't know. I probably just like want to have more reactionary stuff to play rather than the mask. I don't know. I guess it just depends on how much I'm hurting for consistent extra power. Or extra might, excuse me. Unsure. Poro Herder. Hey, look at this. We were just talking about this guy. 3 with recycle a green. 3 might. When you play me, if you control a Poro, buff me and draw a card. Cute. Super cute. Seems fine. Probably doesn't like it's a cute build around card. I just don't think the Poros that I've seen are that cool to play the Herder. It's okay. Cool card. It's chaff. Reinforce. 5 energy spell. Look at the top 5 cards of your main deck. You may play a unit from among them. Its energy cost is reduced by 5, then recycle the remaining cards. Yo, that seems really cool as a way to just like toss a dude out on the board when you need him. Reduce the energy by 5. This is neat. The question to ask though is like, why not just like have better draw cards? But this might be the draw card, right? Of like, I got to 5. I spend the 5 without recycling anything to just to play a 5-drop. And I pick. This seems like a Tam-ass card. It seems like a card that I can really mess with. I'm here for it. Spirit's Refuge. It's a 2 recycle 1. When you play this, buff a friendly unit. If it doesn't have a buff, it gets the 1. Friendly buffed units have deflect if they didn't already. You have to pay 1 to choose as a spell or ability. Interesting. Interesting. When you play this, buff a guy, and then buffed units have deflect. Whoa. So make them a little bigger, make them tougher to target. This is a very good card. I would rather play this than the mask for sure. Because you give them the buff, and then now they can't interact with the guys. This is one of the good ones. And then, if I play 2 of these, when I play 2 of these, it already has deflect, so it wouldn't stack, right? It wouldn't register twice because you give it deflect and it doesn't have it. It's not, the ability's not coming from Spirit Refuge. You're putting it on there. If they didn't already, yeah. That makes sense. Because the ability's not coming from this, it's coming from you're giving it to them. Okay, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Which means I don't know if it's a 3 of, just because like I don't want it clogging, but this card seems very, very good. Wind Wall. 3 and a 2. Reaction, counter a spell. Makes sense. Does not have the little reaction, the cost that what was it, negate? No, that no did. Nullify? Whatever it was. Defy. Yes, different word for no thank you. Doesn't have the thing. Seems good. High cost though. 3, recycle 2. Certainly sets you behind. Wizened Elder. What an insane piece of art. This art looks so good. 4/4. While I'm buffed, I have an additional +1. So let's say 4 for 6 if buffed. And then if you got the other spirit card, they have the gear, then it also has deflect. This card seems very good if the goal is to buff your green guys. Wait. Leona says when I stun a thing, buff a thing. And then this card says when buff, deflect. So I'm buffing, deflecting, and stunning your guys. Whoa, that's crazy. I've now put them all together. Yo, okay, that's sick. All right, sorry, we'll move on. Blitzcrank, impassive. 5, recycle a green with 5. Tank. When you play me to a battlefield, you may move an enemy unit to here. When I hold, return me to my owner's hand. When you play me to a battlefield, you may move an enemy unit here. So when I come up, I move. When you play me to a battlefield, I don't understand. If you control a battlefield, can you play units to the battlefield and not at your base? That's the only way that I can see this guy working. I see. I've missed a part of the game. I've now missed a part of the game. I thought you had to start at your base. I didn't know that you could play things at battlefields. Whoa, the game has flipped on its head. What does that mean for everything that I know? That changes everything. So I play this, and then I snatch your guy up, and you come into the battlefield that I already own, and I have 5 extra. It gets back around to my turn. I just put this guy back in my hand, and I do it again. This guy is crazy. Wow. Wow. Yeah, this is really scary. They have to punch this guy first? Whoa. Yo, this guy's nutso. What the heck? Excuse me. We got Caitlin patrolling. He's literally reaching the yard to get you. Yeah. 3, recycle 1, 3 might. I must be assigned combat damage last. So the opposite of tank. Not first, but last. Tap. Deal damage equal to my might to a unit at a battlefield. Use this ability only while I'm at a battlefield. Interesting, because she is patrolling. Wait. This guy plus charm. Excuse me. Deal damage equal to my might to a unit at a battlefield. But how do we can't use this at reaction speed. Am I crazy? Deal damage equal to my might to a unit at a battlefield. We can't use this at reaction speed. We can only use this at form. So I don't understand how this works. Deal damage equal to my might to a unit at a battlefield. At a battlefield. So you shoot from across one battlefield to the other. Use this ability only while I'm at a battlefield. I understand. So I have one here, and then Caitlin shoots another guy at the other battlefield. I understand. I'm back at it. I understand. I was confused. I was like, this makes no sense to me. She overwatches the other field from the one she's at. Yeah, that's cool. It's cool. Great flavor. Great flavor for a unit like this. Last Stand. 3 and recycle 1 action. Double a friendly unit's might this turn. Give it temporary. Kill it at the start of its controller's beginning phase before scoring. Whoa. I'm not gonna let you get my base or get my battlefield. I'm gonna double this one. This is probably really nutty for any character that has tank, because you double their might and you tank. They have to assign the tank damage first. You kill the tank and then you stay scoring on the base because the tank does its job. I'm in. That's really cool. That's huge. Kind of asking for us to have more than one unit though, so definitely not Master Yi deck for sure. Interesting. This is an interesting idea. Definitely a bit of a win more card. I bet like a Last Stand, get your points is like really cool. Or you ready? You play the might and then kill their whole team to kill them all. It's cool in 2v2. Oh, it is cool in 2v2. It is cool in 2v2. I don't know all the rules of 2v2, but it sounds neat. Mage Seeker Warden. The Phantom. 6 recycle 1. Friendly means yours or your partner's units. Yeah, which is cool. While I'm on a battlefield, opponents can only play units to their base. Okay. So, while I'm at a battlefield, so while he's out, you can't play things to a base, to a battlefield. While I'm at a battlefield, spells and abilities can't ready enemy units and gear. While I'm at a battlefield, spells and abilities can't ready enemy units and gear. Interesting. Big sideboard energy. I don't see, unless the meta says so otherwise. It's a good canary card. Good silver bullet. Bit of a floodgate. When I'm on a battlefield, spells and abilities can't ready enemy units and gear. Seems really good versus Misfortune. Party favors. 3 energy. Each other player chooses cards or runes. For each player that chooses cards, you and that player each draw 1. For each player that chooses runes, you and that player each channel 1 rune exhausted. Very cool in the 4-player game. Not very good in the 1v1 game. Seems kind of cool. Yeah. Seems cool in the 2v2, right? Because it's each other player. And so like you and your partner get to figure out, like, this card seems crazy in 2v2. If you want to just like draw 2 cards, this card is very cool. I'm gonna let Barrett answer that question, as it is long. I do not wish to read it during a video. Solori Shrine gear costs 3. When you kill a stunned enemy unit, you may exhaust this to draw 1. I'm so in on Leona. I get draw power when I used stun things. As long as I can figure out how to stun, I'm in. I keep figuring out how to stun and I'm in. This is so cool. This is so cool. Sona Harmonious. 4 recycle 1 4. While I'm at a battlefield, ready 4 friendly runes at the end of your turn. Friendly is so interesting because it could be your friends. It could be your partners. Hey, ready those. Neat. This is cool. I mean, I pay the 4. If I figured out how to move her up, like, I don't know, like Yasuo, I just get to ready on my cards back, and then like I'm defending. That seems neat. The symphony never ends. This character is cool. I like this unit. I like this unit a lot. Tarek Protector. 4 recycle 1 4 shield +1 while defending. Tank, it's got to be assigned first. Other friendly units here have shield, so +1 while defending. This guy's also hot. He does look hot. He's a little too Prince Charming for me, but he does seem neat. Each life is a rare jewel. Love the quote. Great quote. I don't know how I like him. I mean, he's a 5 shield defender that says your other guys get big while defending. I think it's neat. I really like it in something like an Ari deck. Just like protect them and then like reduce the damage coming in. Like plus to my might minus to yours. That's probably where it's feeling. Just like to really muck up their math. And is a tank to like defend Ari? Interesting. It might be where it's at. Let's play with it. Tasty Fey Folk. 7/6. Accelerate. You can have it enter ready. Haven't seen a ton of those in the green. Death Kneel. Channel 2 runes exhausted and draw 1 card. When I die, get this effect. Interesting. So a really, really... I mean, this is just an 8-drop recycle 1. That's like a 6 power to just go swing. And if they interact with it, you just like get all your stuff back. Or you get more, right? You get a bonus a rune exhausted and you draw a card. This card seems crazy. But it is a 7-drop, right? Like it's waiting to be played pretty late. I'm in. I think this is dope. I think this is really, really neat. Zonia's Hourglass. 2 energy. You can hide it. Next time a friendly unit would die, kill this instead. Recall that unit exhausted. 4 of? Just obvious 4 of. Whoa. Whoa. Why would you ever... I guess, man, this card seems crazy. Yeah, 3 of. Sorry, 3 of. 4 is for a different game. Yeah, you just play the... This is just a 3 of. This card's crazy. Last Stand looking good. Yeah, show. That's cool. Last Stand, bring the homie home. Zonia's Hourglass. If I could turn back time. This card's sick. Excuse me? I'm in. This is where it's at. This one's sick. Okay. Mystic Reversal. Okay. Beautiful art. 4, recycle 3, gain control of a spell. You may make new choices for it. Whoa. Imagine some, like, Lux just, like, trying to shoot your guy for 8, and you go, well, actually. But instead, what if we aimed that somewhere else? Aim it over there. Don't you look at me. This is really good. This is really, really good. Kaisa plays Icathan Rain. I play this. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, this is... Green looks so cool. Green looks so cool. This card's going to be $1 million trillion. Seal of Focus, green, perfect. I mean, we talked about that all the way back to the very beginning of the videos. We wanted a green recycle rock. I dig it. White Flame Protector. This card looks dope. Excuse me. Whoa! When you play me, give a unit +8 this turn. Take my might. That's cool. 8-drop, recycle 2, 8 might. Give something 8, and then you can like let it move. Whoa. That's dope. That's sick. That's really cool. I don't know how practical it is, but like having a dude on board that you can just like send it seems cool. And with that, thank you all for watching this video. This was recorded after we finished everything, and so I really, really appreciate it. Make sure you check out all of the resource symbol, all of the I don't even know what they're called. Chat, help. All of the Riftbound first look videos. There will be 6 of them in total. It was a good stream. I saw a lot. Domains, thank you. And I'm excited to explore more Riftbound with you here on the channel. So with that, thank you very much for watching. As always, I wish you well.